missed one of the best PlayStation games. Today, I will be talking to you about a game that, in its own way, transcends all other games. A game that I bought on a whim for $40 and became the best, most lucrative decision in my YouTube career. And I'm not joking. A game that has single-handedly spawned more content on my channel than any other game. Have you diehard salmon fans figured it out yet? No, it's not FNAF. I'm talking about Dreams. But what exactly is Dreams? What can you do in the game? Everything. Dreams is a PlayStation exclusive game made by Media Molecule. It's essentially the spiritual successor to the Little Big Planet series, but with a little more oomph. It's PlayStation's sandbox game where you can make anything, play anything, and do anything you want. What other game lets you do that? Okay, yeah, so other sandbox games exist, but Dreams has an identity all of its own. Just like any other sandbox game, it houses hundreds upon thousands of player-made games, movies, artwork, and otherwise experiences. What stands out to me is the variety of content you can get out of Dreams. There's something for practically any community you can think of. Go ahead! Type in a random IP into the search bar. You like Final Fantasy VII? Here's a 2D brawler. FNAF? Here you go. Dark Souls? What about Shrek Souls? And I highly encourage everyone to check out Sonic Breeze. Actually better than most official Sonic games we've gotten in the 3D space. I said at the start of this video that I've created more content out of Dreams than I have any other game that I've ever played on my channel. And I mean that. I was not joking. Remember the Willy's Wonderland game? Banger! What about the weird Amanda the Adventure Fan game where Amanda sounded like Elmo? Another banger! Forgive me for my lack of modesty, but I am proud of those videos in particular. What can I say? I like goofy games, and Dreams is chock full of them. Look no further than my Quest for Cheese series. Wallace and Gromit going on an adventure to find cheese. Also, Sans is there. Good times. As far as I'm concerned, Dreams is just as important to me as GameJolt or itch.io when I need to look for new games to play. Helped me find a lot of Digital Circus and Garten of Ban fan games for my last few videos. So far, I've only talked about fan games, especially the entertainingly dumb ones. But when you really sit down and look for quality games and entertainment on Dreams, you can find some quality stuff, man. You get amazing creations that you would not be able to play anywhere else on the internet. Dreams has a massive amount of original content that Media Molecule has actively promoted in-game. I could pull from literally hundreds of examples, but let's go with a Dreams classic, Comic Sans. A cool little game where a simple square slowly evolves from 2D to 3D. It's a much better example of a game that's looking to give players a neat experience and showcase a little bit more of what Dreams has to offer, especially in 2D. Okay, so we've got the games covered. Clearly tons to play. The good, the bad, and the goofy. Literally. But what about game development? No! Better yet, what if you're interested in game development and want a teaching tool to help you learn the basics? You see where I'm going with this. The game actively encourages players to learn aspects of game development. You have access to a series of tutorials to help you learn the basics and get started on your own creations. Dreams is so serious about game development that the Platinum Trophy is integrally tied with completing these tutorials and finishing your own projects. I mean, take a look at this trophy. Every tool in the box. Use every tool in Create mode, plus the customization tools on your profile and creation cover pages. Ah, so you've noticed that I own this trophy. An ultra rare to which only 0.2% of players own. Why yes, I am cool. Shut up, Dan. Of course, you have veteran game developers diving in to create their masterpieces, and they likely won't need any of the basic tutorials. Bam! Here are some advanced masterclass courses to really take your skills to the next level. Dreams may not have the sheer power that Unity has, or other development tools for that matter, but for the beginning game dev, it might be a good place to start. For the veteran dev, use Dreams to hone your skills and learn new types of game development. Now, I'm not a game dev by any definition, but the respect that I have for anyone in game development knows no limit. I probably wouldn't even have a job on the internet if it wasn't for game developers. So when I learned how deep the Dreams community runs, I was thoroughly impressed with how active and how large it was. Now, we're not talking Helldivers 2 numbers, but we're not talking Concord numbers either. There are plenty of dedicated individuals making a plethora of mountainous games, either based on existing IPs or creating totally original projects. These aren't devs who just jump in and make a silly little game about SpongeBob chasing you in a dark maze and then put down the PlayStation controller and call it a day. You have devs that make a whole 6-part series of games about escaping dozens of cartoon characters and backroom type mazes. Okay, so childhood horror is a bit more of a goofy example. Sorry, I just like the silliness. But let's be serious for a second. Let's bring it back to Sonic Breeze, one of the coolest Sonic fan games out there. Honestly, I can't give this enough praise just from its attention to detail alone. The color, the texture, the speed, the Sonic. Also, I'm bad at Sonic, I guess, but whatever. The amount of work that goes into some of these Dreams games is staggering to say the least. You can even find developers who have found ways to profit monetarily from their creations on Dreams. Not through in-game monetization, which I do think is a missed opportunity, but through other avenues in the gaming industry. It's not common, but it does happen. Great example, Noguchi's Bell, a Dreams creation animated series that raised nearly 29,000 euros on Kickstarter to bring the project to light. Some developers have even used Dreams as a portfolio of sorts to showcase their talent, which helped them land jobs in the gaming community. Jobs that they might not have if it wasn't for their experience on Dreams. Hey, you know that big game you're looking forward to? Very well might have a Dreams developer in the credits. Just saying. By the way, I can't talk about Dreams without discussing my experience getting the Platinum Trophy. And here's where I would put it. If I had one! For those of you who don't know, I really enjoy collecting Platinum trophies, and I currently have 122 of them. You know what Platinum I don't have yet? Dreams! I've been working on this trophy list on and off for 4 years since I bought the game in 2020. I mentioned it earlier, but most of the trophies revolve around game development, which I suck at. But it was cool to learn the bare-bone basics of game development. Now that I'm sitting here writing this script, I actually think a lot of my respect for game development stemmed from being forced to earn these trophies and actually put myself in a game developer's shoes. There are a few fun trophies stemming from games made specifically by Media Molecule, which are meant to showcase all the different development tools at your disposal. One in particular called Art's Dream. The game's a bit dry for my taste and meant to be left up for interpretation when it comes to the story. But hey, at least the songs are bops.
You're not on the list, I got the password. Your mama ain't hip, son, ain't you heard?
But later they did release a DLC trophy list for a game called Ancient Dangers. That was much easier for me to wrap my head around. You see that enemy? Go smack it. See something shiny? Pick it up. Much more my speed. By far the hardest trophy to get, at least for me, because it's taken me 3 years on this trophy alone, and it's the only one I'm missing for the Platinum, is the trophy that involves me reaching level 30. Seems easy. I mean, leveling this game has got to be simple, right? Wrong! After level 20, your progress slows down significantly. I have 95 hours on the game, and I'm hovering at level 29. How is this dude level 616? It turns out the answer is game development. Leveling is a little quicker when you're actually developing games. Another way that Dreams promotes game development, but it doesn't speed it up a ton. So if you're only a gamer/player like me, you have to be on Dreams a lot, which I am not 24/7. I mean, come on, I have my Final Fantasy XIV Savage raids to clear. I know I'm playing up my frustration for the video on not having the Platinum, but going for the Platinum and just playing Dreams naturally, it just never felt like a grind, even as I'm slowly gaining those levels to level 30. I just never felt bored. I'd pick up a game and play it, and it's as easy as that. Maybe it's time for me to actually go for the Platinum Trophy. Now, with any online game, updates slow down over time, and Media Molecule has recently announced that there will be no more updates to Dreams, which I don't think that matters very much. The game may no longer have live service support, but you're gonna be able to buy, play, create, and share creations on Dreams well into the future. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that the community is still there working on projects. I made this video because Dreams is slept on. I know some of y'all didn't know this game existed, or maybe saw it drop in 2020 but didn't think much of it, but I'm telling you, you're missing out.
It could be